instructors, are you making it clear, and is your team making it clear, the amazing benefits that training to black belt in your school will have on your students and on your families and so on? So if you're an instructor, I'm assuming that you've been training at least 3, 4 years, maybe even 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years and so on. But you need to make it clear to all of your students, especially those at the beginner levels that don't really know what your school and what your art's about, how beneficial, how crucial, how important it is for them to train to black belt with yourself. So again, when I first started back in 1997, many years ago now, it was always just a case, and it was the same really with all clubs really. Might have been the same for you. You join, you do that first lesson, which is normally thrown in with everybody else. If you like it, you then turn up for a second lesson. If you're getting knocked around and so on, you might not like that, and obviously don't turn back up. Or you might think, I want to get better at this, and then that's when you tend to enroll and carry on. So one of the things you need to do as a martial arts school owner, as somebody that's wanting to professionalize the industry and also earn a decent living from providing a fantastic service, is to really, really make it clear the benefits that training to black belt at your school has on the student and the family. So again, if any of you read the book or anything like that, we need to make sure we're constantly looking at transferable life skills. From there now, and I think there's quite a few chapters on this in my book, you want to make sure that the parents understand that becoming a black belt will help them, pay attention in lesson, will help them focus more in college, will help them in life and so on throughout. Same with respect, that becoming a black belt develops that respect. You want to make sure that they're learning about self-control, resilience, grit. Now, it's all good just being able to say those words. Now, so let's see how many can say now. Grit, focus, respect, discipline, determination, self-control, resilience. Don't know if I've said that already or yet. Etiquette, modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance. It's all good being able to say those and maybe, be like verbal diarrhea and be able to spurt them out. But your program really needs to bring out all of those skills in the student or develop them so that they become a more well-rounded individual. Of course, you want to teach them what I class like the physical skills, the kicks, the punches, the throws, the strikes, the sparring, the takedowns, whatever it is. But alongside that as well, you need to, if you're wanting to build on your retention and if you're wanting to build a decent business, you need to run alongside those physical skills, make sure the parents, guardians, and even your adult students know that this is not just kicks and punches. This is not you come here for an hour a week, twice a week, and the learning takes place within these four walls and doesn't happen then until, the next time they're at lessons. You need to make sure that they understand that the lessons that they will learn in your dojo, in your your in your school, will transfer across. So for us, really, our ideal client, our ideal avatar was a child, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, two parents, and so on, and obviously, brother and sister or something like that. Two children would be fantastic, and we were always looking to enrol the whole family because you want them to see it as not just a pastime. And again, I'm not calling any other things like swimming, rounders, hockey, netball, scouts. They've all got their own individual skill set. But for martial arts, you need to really ensure that your parents, guardians, the parent support network understand how crucial it is for them to train to black belt with you. So, young, let's call him Bob, okay? Young Bob is going to develop focus, respect, discipline. He's going to learn not to give in to negative peer pressure. He's going to learn to obviously be good at home and at school. He's going to learn to set and achieve goals. He's going to learn that if he comes up against an objection, a challenge, he's going to build that resilience to overcome it and so on like that. We're also going to teach them not to hang around with, daft people. A great thing that I tell every one of my mentees, regardless if they're 50, 50 upwards or, even the 3-year-olds you used to teach, if you hang around with 5 idiots, guess what you're going to be? So again, I want to make sure that they're understanding things that I teach my children or taught my children when they were younger, because I want them to develop into fantastic individuals. I don't just see them as, I want to make them fantastically gifted, or should I say fantastically physical in the skills. I want to make sure that they're a nice person as well, a well-rounded person. So one of the things I help my mentees with is to get them to obviously train the parents, especially the new ones that are coming through, to see what training to black belt in their art at their with them in their school looks like. Because again, I mentioned this in the book. Think about going to university and college, and here in England, GCSEs, they've all got a perceived value. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean you're a nice person than anybody else and so on, but they always got that perceived value. So me being brought up, it was always go to school, make sure you do well in your exams at the time, GCSEs, 16-year-old, then go to college, get your A levels and so on, then go to university, and then sorry, I'm overlapping here into my property investing head, then get a job and then work for the rest of your life and then pay into the pot and then retire. So there's nothing to say that that's a wrong journey, definitely not. But a degree is at the end of the day a piece of paper, a bit like a black belt is just a belt that it's back, but it's what it's showed along the way, what skills that person should have developed. So you need to make sure that you're educating your parents continually, not just during those first two lessons, then they've enrolled, then you've forgotten about them. You need to make sure that it's continual education of your parents that training to black belt is going to be amazing. This is what happens when you train to black belt. Look at all these people, look what they've gone on to achieve. Oh, and by the way, they were black belts, so they've done so well in the GCSEs. They've done this apprenticeship, they've gone to this college, got that, they're now a doctor and so on. So even if you're really early on in your teaching experience and you've just opened up, or you might not even just opened up, those are the things that we need to be thinking about. What we don't want to be thinking about is short term, okay? And again, linking back to the investment side of things, we want to make sure we're thinking long term all the time. Of course, concentrate on the short term, but think about the long term benefits. Think about that compound effect of not having to chase new members each and every month because you've got a magnificent retention and you don't drop that many members. So, again, just to conclude, I know I jumped around a lot in this video. It's your job, if you're wanting to professionalize your school and earn a decent salary, pull decent dividends at the end of every year, tax year, to keep hold of as many students as you can. And to do that, you need to educate your parents and students continually on the amazing benefits and the transferable life skills that they will achieve through training to black belt and beyond with you. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you found some value. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. There's lots of videos on here on running business, martial arts school, especially property investing, mindset, business, and wealth. But please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you need any help, if you want to really push your school to the next level, then obviously I'm going to say this, but you need to get in touch with me. If your school's just stagnating and just going like this, you need to get in touch, and I 100% guarantee I will be able to help you. All the best, everybody. Keep training and keep working on your mindset. Good luck.